Love Scout is approaching its culmination, and it's difficult to remain calm for all the right reasons. Kang Ji Yun, played by Han Ji Min, has had a difficult time at work lately. She is facing one of her most difficult difficulties when Publicizing becomes engaged in a financial crisis. Ji Yun, on the other hand, is unaffected and ready to face the storm since, for the first time in her life, she is not alone. Eun Ho's, Lee Jun Hyuk's, love not only fostered her wounded soul, but also provided her with the emotional support she needed to stand up for herself. Despite the difficult circumstances, when Ji Yun faces her toughest career dilemma yet, it appears she may have discovered the reason for her existence. Work kept her occupied and prevented her from dealing with her emotional troubles. But Ji Yun no longer appears to be in fight or flight mode. Eun Ho's presence altered the path of her life and gave her reason to smile. In this week's shows, Ji Yun was convinced 4 times that Eun Ho was the perfect mate for her. Kang Ji Yun is devastated after Eun Ho's confession that her father died after saving him from the fire. Ji Yun has never been able to overcome the trauma of her father's death and has always blamed him for abandoning and leaving her all alone. So it seems like a tragic twist of fate that the man she loves is tied to the death of her beloved father. Ji Yun becomes frigid and urges Eun Ho to leave her alone. Ji Yun, why it had to be him? How could she ever feel it comfortable with him now? He will always be present and waiting for her. He emphasizes how crucial it is for her to process the past and, more importantly, heal. He recalls her father's final words to him, which were to never give up and survive no matter what. He confesses that the words had become his slogan throughout difficult times. He wants to empower Ji Yun and release her from the anguish that hangs over her. Ji Yun continues to avoid Eun Ho as mixed emotions overwhelm her, exacerbating his already difficult situation. However, as she continues to observe him and his peaceful manner, she understands it is time to let go of the past. She had harbored a grudge against her father for far too long, and it was weighing on her. It's strange how both of the men in her life appear to have a link. Ji Yun thinks to herself that by saving Eun Ho, her father is giving her the love and happiness he was unable to provide owing to his untimely death. She must quit succumbing to the past and its memories and move forward. She ultimately chooses to go to her father's grave, something she hadn't done in years. When she sees the flowers left by Eun Ho, she breaks down and pleads her father for forgiveness, apologizing for not coming sooner. Thanks to Eun Ho and his soothing presence, her heart is on the mend. Ji Yun finally seems to have freed herself from the shackles of grief and is all set to embrace life, and in this case, Eun Ho. Ji Yun and Eun Ho's relationship is endearing since it is so simple and natural. Eun Ho understands that Ji Yun has a lot to process and is kind and gentle with her. She needs space, which he provides, but he also assures her that he is and will always be there for her. After visiting her father, Ji Yun expresses gratitude to Eun Ho for being such a nice man. She clutches his hand, declaring that she will never let go of it and that he is hers forever. But Ji Yun's next move surprises not only Eun Ho but also the audience. She walks boldly into the office hand in hand with a startled and frightened Eun Ho. This is her bold announcement of their relationship status, which she makes public. This is customary for Ji Yun, but no one expected her to date, let alone fall in love with someone at work, especially her secretary. Her staff's astonished reactions pale in comparison to Ji Yun's happiness. The plain gesture carries a lot of weight. She is a woman who is open about her relationship, and who is proud of her own unique life and choices. Ji Yun's confession to Eun Ho comes directly from the heart. She admits that she is no longer the same person she was. She also recognizes that there is no reason to continue controlling things and situations. She's just happy being herself and flowing with the flow, especially with him by her side. Their slow burn chemistry is intense, and this is a couple who has gone through a lot personally. Though there is wisdom and understanding between the two, there is also sweet playfulness and romanticism that makes you squeal with delight. Ji Yun is used to dealing with adversity. After all, she has been through it before. However, she is suddenly confronted with an enormous task that threatens her job and the image she has created in the profession. Her enemy and former boss and mentor, Kim Hae-jin, who runs Careerway, has set out to ruin Ji Yun. The two had a falling out 5 years ago when Ji Yun, a whistleblower at their old employer, requested an internal probe into illicit financial transactions. It is apparent that Hae-jin twisted the circumstances and blamed Ji Yun for their CEO's death. The incident tarnished Ji Yun's otherwise perfect career path. Ji Yun, on the other hand, is a self-made lady who is known for her steadfast adherence to her ideals and refuses to compromise or play dirty. Ji Yun has recently outsmarted Hye Jin in career way, thanks to Eun Ho's market expertise. However, Ji Yun was unprepared for Hye Jin's ingenious plans. Publicizing is caught up in an investment scam after a company for whom they had done hirings is pronounced fraudulent. People have not only lost money, but also their jobs, and Ji Yun and her company have been charged with complicity because they received some shares and are exclusive hiring partners. Ji Yun is about to lose everything, and Hye Jin mocks her, claiming that no one, including her staff and industry professionals, will stand up for her anymore. However, Hye Jin was far off the mark. Aside from Eun Ho's unwavering support, her staff demonstrates their loyalty and commitment to her. They all join forces to explore the problem, including Eun Ho. After all, they are better off together than alone. The crew works tirelessly to uncover the wrongdoings, pushing themselves for her and the firm they love. Ji Yun feels energized as a result of the unexpected outpouring of support. As Hye Jin prepares to take over Publicizing, Ji Yun must make some difficult decisions. Her resignation as CEO of Publicizing is the only answer to the problems, according to her investor, Chairman Woo. Unfazed and in command, Ji Yun stands erect and makes a shocking statement. She decides to step down. Though the choice has startled everyone, one can see Eun Ho sticking by her, accepting her decisions as he usually does. But Ji Yun is far from vanquished, and we can't wait to see what she does next. There's no disputing that Ji Yun and Byeol's scenes captivated fans' hearts. The two had become friends ever since they met at Kang Ji Yun's bookstore. Byeol is an admirer of Ji Yun Uni. In her frustration, Byeol informs her father, Eun Ho, that she despises him. Her father does not understand why she wants to dress up as a princess. He claims that Byeol always seems like a princess to him. But how can Byeol convince him that the theme of her classmate's birthday party is princess? She sulks at the bookstore, deciding to skip the birthday party, when Ji Yun comes to her rescue. Fortunately, there are some things that girls do best together. Ji Yun gives Byeol a makeover, transforming her into the most adorable princess ever. She also assists her in finding the most beautiful dollhouse set as a gift for her buddy. Byeol is pleased and is the party's star. As the mothers question who Ji Yun is, she calmly responds that she is a good friend of Byeol. After the party, Byeol admits she feels horrible about hurting her father. She informs Ji Yun that he is excellent at everything he does, including fixing her hair. Ji Yun confides in her that her own father cannot do half of what Byeol's father does. The occasion is yet another example of Eun Ho's magnificence, as confirmed by both of his favorite females. When the employment crisis worsens, Eun Ho believes Ji Yun should stay with him and Byeol for his safety. Byeol, who is thrilled to have her stay with them, notices that Ji Yun is not doing well. She compassionately hands her a message and a superpower vitamin doodle, explaining that she does the same thing for her father when he is sad. Ji Yun appreciates the considerate gesture. She even offers to sing Ji Yun a lullaby and cuddles her to sleep. It's such a sweet moment, and Byeol's kindness and unconditional love will undoubtedly tug at your heartstrings, like father, like daughter. Even though Eun Ho had to officially introduce Ji Yun as the woman he is dating to Byeol, the young girl is far more perceptive than the adults. When Kang Ji Yun asks Byeol why she did not accompany her father and Ji Yun on their vacation, she responds that her only worry is that he give Ji Yun the gift he has for her. We see that Eun Ho had requested Byeol to select a pendant of her choosing to gift to Ji Yun. It's a moving moment when Eun Ho makes sure to involve Byeol in every decision he makes, including what could be the start of a new chapter in both of their lives. Ji Yun, embraced by the warmth of both father and daughter, appears to have found the safety and emotional security she has long sought.